Hello, everybody. I think I'm gonna do a little rundown on this video, just because I missed doing videos and talking with all my old guildies over on Kyber. Oh man, what am I gonna do? Teleport to the Isle of Dread. So, this crazy life. What did I make here? I made a dragonborn warlock acolyte of the skin. Skin. Doesn't it sound? Man, it just sounds like I'm watching like a horror movie or something. Don't know really what to say about that. Um, it should have just been like the accolade of embers. Fire. Do fire. Do a lot of fire. Build. Okay, so I took this as a straight warlock this time, and we'll get this rundown through as quick as we can. Charisma is maxed out, uh, and I put all 5 points into this. With my gear alignment, I ended up with a 93. It shows a base 28, whatever. I can't figure that out. All your tomes are listed there when you hover over that stat, whatever. Not gonna brag about all that. Con started at an 18, and the other stat that I actually put points into for being a whatever 36 point build or whatever was intel, because I wanted more. I wanted some more skill points. Uh, Dex is a dump. Strength 10. Yeah, I don't even know why that's at 10. Oh, Dragonborn starts at 10. That's right. Those are two stats. Sorry. Sorry. My bad. Wisdom was a dump too, but this is another stat if you are doing, builds that like this one that only really require two major stats, Constitution and Charisma. You might actually even boost this to 10 just because your will saves will be better. It's something else. Like, I don't really get any bonuses from saves out of that intel thing, but I do get some more skill points. So, that's all up to you, how you want to make it. This thing, um, there's a couple of spell abilities in here that are completely crazy. Like, or whatever. What are they? They're class specific things. For the acolyte of skin that are nutsness. Like, if that's a word. But okay, so the point breakdown here is I dumped 27 into the Dragonborn tree over here for another Dragon Breath, right? Thinking, oh well, later I'll just go into Fire, Epic Destiny, whatever, Dragon, Epic Destiny, and I didn't even bother with it. Like, I haven't even messed with that yet. Because I already have one breath attack out of the Dragonborn racial tree, which is awesome. And Arcanum. Alright, so again, with the Warlock, you're still allowed the tainted scholar tree on the accolade of skin. So, and you also get soul eater if you got points to put into it, right? So I because the accolade of skin is they have these special attacks like the glare of the pit, which is doing evil damage, and whatever else your Eldritch Blast does. Uh, it's 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 doing evil, which is alignment based, um, which means it comes off your radiant spell power, right? So then you get that, and you also get this the fiendish glare, which is another it's a, whatever 1d6 evil damage per thing. So that's on the side that's on the side of radiance damage, right? So I just switched over to the Underdark Blast in Tainted Scholar anyway, so that evil uh, replaced force. You know, I've gone over this in older videos where the Warlock is so versatile that uh, it, you know, you can do so many things with it. Well, the only the only real the only other real spell type that you need is just for the damage from your te- your tentacles here. Everett's Black Tentacles is doing bludgeoning damage, which is force. So I'm really relying right now on Radiance for evil damage and fire elemental damage types. Now, that doesn't mean that you couldn't do something too over here. I mean, the Soul Eater tree is loaded with more chaotic damage, which is again radiance. Like that's just I don't know. It's so easy to just roll in there and pull out if you don't have all the racial trees done like I do. Like just dump the rest of your points over here in this, and start doing all the chaotic damage things with stricken and whatever else is in there. You know, like don't view it as like it's a oh god, it's horrible. It's just fire. Some people are immune to it and whatever. But that chaotic damage over there, most things, most things in the game are not uh, invulnerable to that. You know, so this is a completely different way to play it. But I just took it up because I got to do the first of three of these skinny acolytes, and this is how the point structure ran down. I really like Tainted Scholar because on the bottom tier you're getting more spell critical damage. This ends up, even though I didn't make it uh, to the end, I'm I'm at an extra 30% spell critical damage on this thing, and it's just been a lot of fun. It's like, yeah, you know how much I hate fire elemental damage. It's just, but on here, it's been a great time, of course. Isn't that the first thing that every 8-year-old gamer goes to? I want to cast fireballs. Of course you do. Of course. Not that hard to explain. It's why I hate those builds so much. this is just a me thing, you know. You can do whatever you want. So Dark Lore up here actually gives you necromancy DCs, right? If you look at the Warlock spells, you end up with Wail of the Banshee and Finger of Death and Circle of Death, sort of along the way. And it's a limited, I mean, you don't get very many spells like a caster, like a typical, Pale Master. But you end up like with the good ones if you want to do insta kills. So I am all in on that. I enjoy that. It doesn't matter if if I play the build as a, sort of a, a bludgeoning forward fire DPS caster, or if I switch off to do insta kills. Very again, I mean, it's versatile. You end up getting rid of one of the warlock trees in favor of the accolade of the skin, and then you can still sort of build it however you want to play. This is pretty cool. So I also, I mean, I did take the familiar over here for one action point because I gotta spend it. I took the pseudo dragon just to get whatever 5 more force and universal spell power. So again, you gotta spend this thing in some tree, right? In a universal tree, so it's whatever you want to do, variable. What am I going to look at? What am I going to look at? Character sheet, stats, and then I'm just going to show you the standing spell powers run in at 865 for fire. Light is lower at 655, and force is coming in higher than the light at 676. Now, the thing is, I don't have a way to gear up a higher spell critical chance right now. And these are the middle numbers that you see while I'm holding this window up. Fire's coming in at 38. We're under 50%, under half. And force is only at 29, but that's only for one spell. The real weak point is light damage coming in at 7% chance of a spell critical hit, because that is the secondary blast on your Eldritch Blast, the secondary damage type. However, spell critical multipliers absolutely are stunning. As a base for fire 123, the light at 88, and then force at 88, and everything at a base 78 under that. So something I'm trying to work on a way gear-wise to get that up to 50. And, I just haven't been messing with it. Just trying to play it to see how it goes on this life, right? feats are, I did take the epic pass, the epic dice, epic spell power, fire, force, and light. The big one is that light. I mean, it's giving you the extra 10% light spell crit damage and universal. So, alright. Meta magics, along the way. Oh, more feats, excuse me. Um, Epic Eldritch Blast, Intensify Embolden, Scion of the Plane of Fire, and Wellspring of Power. The rest of the meta magics are, I mean, Warlock doesn't use that many spell points. Like, you don't have to be like a sorcerer. So, Empower, Enlarge, Heighten, Maximize, and Quicken. Keep in mind that Heighten is really only useful on my holds, right? Nothing else really matters. I do have a Mass Hold monster, Crushing Despair. I still have Ghoul's Touch in there. If something does want to come close to me and it's a target that can be held, I still use it. It's a necromancy spell. Saves coming in at 89. I still use it. It's enlarged. So it has a little bit more range than just, close up. Web. Web never leaves. 96 is what the web is at. So I'm assuming that that's what the tentacles are as a base. They're both conjuration. Hypnotism. I still use this. -3 to will saves. If you do, it's quick. It's a fast spell. So the necromancy spells are coming in at an 89 right now with no ship buffs. Alright, that's what they all are. Circle of Death, Whale. I also kept a Banishment, which is, that's an abjuration. But Banishment is so rated high, in case you run into, stone elementals and stuff. Still coming in at 108. So I still use that spell once in a while, even in Reapers. And the other thing is, down here I went up to 2 feats, improved mental toughness and mental toughness. So I don't even know if one of those is granted at the beginning or not. Yeah, I'm not real sure. I thought I took one more of the mental toughness things, maybe as an epic feat. No, I didn't. Well, that also gets you more spell points and a 1% more spell critical chance. But in lieu of that, I took Embolden. Okay, just because I wanted 2 more to the DC on those necromancy insta-kills. So that's another way. I mean, it's completely up to you if you just want the more spell points or whatever, or if you want to gear it more towards being more rounded, or whatever. Whatever. That's why I make these videos. I'll just show you how, I guess, to make it, customize it how you want. And then, alright, what are we doing? Epic Destinies. So, again, one more reason why I like this so much is if you go into Exalted Angel, you're going to gain more benefits for light damage spells. This all works off of Radiant spell power and off of fire. If you go into Draconic, you can also do that. Like, you can do a fire breath. Uh, One, I didn't get a chance to switch off destinies. I ran this time all the way up in Exalted Angel. Um, there's Yeah, I mean, you get Sun Pillar anyway, and you're like, well, if that's my secondary damage type, I haven't even scratched the surface then of just pushing up major fire damage on it, right? Like, I was just doing that to boost the other thing. I also put 9 points over here into Primal, uh, just for the fire, light, and positive universal spell power. And I like this spirit boon up here, Mind. Low hanging fruit. If I take this 37 points and dump it over here into Draconic Fire, then I'll start using it. You know, I'm gonna try it out before I TR, but that's probably gonna be just a whole bunch more damage output for the fire end instead of the light damage. I've also uh, I've also, you know, there's another thing that you could do if you felt like being more of a helper is going into the consecrated ground with the fire from the cleric epic destiny, but that's something that you might just want to like, you know, I don't think I'm gonna do that on the next 2 lives on this build, but well, like, why not just lay down consecrated ground and nuke away, because the spells are so powerful as is. Like, if I open up um, or the casting, the Eldritch Blasts with your hands are so powerful as is. Like, there's no real point in trying to be a kill stealer. At least go help your buddies out and go into a stance that's going to grant them um, more benefits. You know, let's go look at that Epic Destiny thing again so that I can show you. If you slot this like the right way, the favored soul is giving the favored soul, not the Divine Crusader, is giving you bonuses to heal things along the way. Like, I have what is the name of it? Christ. The Holy Presence active. So I'm actually giving heals to people that are standing by me, even though I'm not a divine. Okay. And then when you do your leap of faith, if you take this something up here, or whatever the heck it is, you get your choice every time you do a leap of faith to do light damage or heals to the people that are around you, right? And this is always scrolling. The Holy Presence, it's like an aura, even though there's no animation for it. It's anybody that's close to me is doing it, but my primary things are fire and radiance damage, right? Like, I didn't even slot in my items any anything for devotion. Like, if I just went into to positive right here, it would be a helper. Now, I can't open up the tree for the crusade, but I thought that it was something from fire and positive energy spell powers. So that's the only reason why I'm offering that up as some crazy build. If you want to go do it, whatever. Again, all up to you. I didn't enhance any meta magics. No, I don't care. I don't care. Another thing is I could turn undead out of this. Like, amazing. What a universal. Yeah. So, in short, that's what I like is that I'm available on the fire and alignment damage to go into many different epic destinies if I so please. Like, thank you. Thank you, DDO, for making it more like DDO Unlimited, like it used to be. Pretty cool. Um, okay. In terms of inventory, I'm wearing 2 sets from Isle of Dread right now. The Dread Isle's Curse and Echoes of the Walking Ancestors. And the last set is still the Sharn or Shroud 5-piece set. Those numbers for that spell critical multiplier, that's why Scion of the Plane of Fire is giving you some bonus to all those spell types, I think. I'll just look at feats. What does it say here? It's a 15% for spell crit damage to fire. And I don't know how to make up the rest of that. I know there's 30% coming from being a warlock. That's 45. And it's just the Ender set is pulling everything up to 78 as a base. So I don't know how all that works out right now. I'm not going to go into that. But I am impressed with the base stats of that. And I always run a cycle then, like Wellspring of Powers down here. There's another 20. Tainted Spellcasting is only giving you the bonus to the DCs now, and a Universal Spell Power bonus. So I don't know how all that works right now. So I think I can only get 20% higher, and the Reveler's Regalia is another 25. I could get 45% higher than those numbers. So, for a short time. But damn, 123 base. Like, what? Are you out of your mind? You can't do that. Yeah, you can. Because the thing that stinks about Warlock is the spells. You're only at a level 6. Is the highest you can go. Like, you can boost all the rest of these up to 6 base. You don't get level 9 spells. So, there you go. A DPSer and just a fun build. Boy, I guess that's it. I think that's it, friends. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice Monday. Wait, what is today? Sunday night? Nope, Saturday night. See you later, alligators. Thank you.